I'm Zach.
And we're traveling A to Z.
This week we're in New Mexico.
Join us as we take you to 9 different stops in and around Santa Fe, New Mexico. We are currently in Santa Fe, and this is the New Mexico state capitol. It is the only capitol that is round, and they call it the Roundhouse as a nickname. We're gonna go check it out and see what it looks like inside. So this is not the original state capitol. They've had multiple state capitals, but it is one of the newest state capitals in the United States, except for Hawaii and Florida. The unusual thing about New Mexico Capitol, it is the only place in the United States that had 3 governing bodies. They had Spain, they had the United States, and they had Mexico. The inside of the Capitol is fairly modern looking. The entrance has beautiful stained glass that lets in the light. Currently in the Governor's Gallery on the 4th floor of the Capitol building. You can go inside the Governor's office, and they have multiple displays with art pieces from the state. So all along the 4th floor, they have all these pictures and different art pieces that you could look at. They're in session, so we can't go into any of the rooms, but we could stay in the hall and see all the artwork. Our next stop is to the mysterious Loretto Chapel. We're in the Loretto Church. This is the mysterious staircase. They don't know who built it, but it's very unusual because they only use pegs, and it used 360 turn, and there was nothing to stabilize it, so it's very weird that it stands. When you visit the church, they have an audio recording going on that explains the history of the church and the mysterious stairway. Loretto was a girls' school ran by nuns, and they needed entrance to a choir. Unfortunately, due to the small chapel size, a staircase was very challenging to be able to be built. The nuns prayed to Saint Joseph, who is the patron saint of carpenters. An unknown carpenter appeared, and he started building the stairway. The stairs were built in 1877. The carpenter worked for 6 months with a hammer, carpenter's square, saw, and a little bit of hot water to shape the wood. When the carpenter finished, he just disappeared and didn't even ask for payment. The stairway is 23.5 feet high. It has 33 steps and makes 2 complete 360-degree turns. The stairway has no center support and is not held up by the sides. Behind me is the San Miguel Mission. It's supposed to be the oldest church in the continental United States. One thing we found out is this church is ran by volunteers, and sometimes they don't come when they're supposed to, or they get sick and then they don't open the church. So unfortunately, we were not able to see the inside of the church. Here's a picture of what it was supposed to look like. Oldest house and museum. Built in 1200 by the Pueblo people. So this location right now, we are in the oldest house. It was built in the 1200s by the Pueblo people. This house is now a museum. It's free of charge, but you could give donations. It's also hooked to a museum. The little museum tells you a little bit of the history of the house and how the house was set up. We made it to the Santa Fe Plaza. It's surrounded by shops and a 5 and dime store where you could get Frito pie. Apparently it's a must-do thing when you're here.
I'm gonna try Frito pie.
This is a Frito pie. It has Fritos, chili, cheese, and onions. Apparently this 5 and dime place in the plaza is one of the best places to get it. And it originated in Santa Fe. I guess they use the same chili recipe for the last 40 years. So it's like supposed to be the best chili around, so it makes the best Frito pie. Not bad. The Fritos gives it a crunch. It's pretty tasty. So we're heading to the Cacao Chocolate House to go get some chocolate. It's supposed to be the best in Santa Fe. We're at the Kakawa Chocolate House. This place is known for their elixirs, which is the same way the Aztecs used to make the elixirs in the 1600s. So they give you samples of the little elixirs. I had a chili one and this is a Mayan one. It's a little spicy. I got a 4-box. Try them. There's some of the top ones they have. I got an orange, a chili caramel chocolate, a bourbon, and a goat cheese rosemary. So it's orange. Tastes like this chocolate orange things you get at Christmas. Okay, so this one of the locals recommended this one. It's a bourbon. That's really good. Tastes like a pecan pie in a chocolate bar. This is a chili. Crunchy chili. With caramel and chocolate. A little spicy, not bad. Okay, last thing is like a goat cheese rosemary chocolate. It's good. I have no idea what it tastes like. It's really good. Yeah, all of them are good. I think my favorite is the bourbon chocolate one. I think all the chocolates are good. So are the elixirs. Elixirs are very strong. They come in like 3-ounce shots or 6-ounce shots. So I think you can't go wrong with anything here, as long as you like chocolate. We are now on Canyon Road. It is a whole road of about a half a mile of galleries that is supposed to be beautiful. Canyon Road has more than 100 galleries, boutiques, and restaurants in 1/2 of a mile. There's quite a bit of art as you wander around outside the galleries. Look at this rocking chair. Rocking chair. The galleries have fine art from artists throughout the United States and the world all in one place. We're at Meow in Santa Fe, and I get cool little 3D glasses too. I've wanted to come to Meow for a while. I've seen ads for Meow Wolf in Las Vegas, and we haven't had a chance to do it, so now we're gonna come here and do it. It should be a lot of fun. We'll see, it looks like a trip. This Meow Wolf is called the House of Eternal Return. You start walking through the art experience by going into a house. You first see the outside of the house and then the inside. As you walk through the house, there's like hidden doors everywhere. You just have to try them and see what happens. As you explore, there's over 70 rooms made by local and community artists. It's a hidden room through the refrigerator. We just went through a refrigerator. We literally wander through different rooms. It's kind of like a fun house for adults. It's pretty cool. I think it's so cool. So you just wander through, open doors. There's about 70 different rooms here to go explore. This is like a cotton candy room, and it literally smells like candy in here. It's so cool. This is a really fun experience. Every room is so different. You can't even imagine what the rooms would be like. Like, imagine the most weirdest things, and that's what it has, plus more. It's really neat. I
I think we went the wrong way.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to go down.
I think this washer, you're supposed to go down. It's like a slide versus up. It was kind of hard.
So this is a lot of fun. I've wanted to do this for a while. We really enjoy doing it. Something very unique. You have to have an open mind, and it's fun. You just crawl through things and explore. We're currently at Pecos National Historic Park. We're outside of Santa Fe, and we're gonna go look at the Pueblo ruins. And on the other side of the Pueblo ruins is the mission where the Spaniards came. This is a 1.25 mile hike, round trip loop. As you're walking, you could see the city wall. There's over 2,000 Pueblo people who used to live in this area. A lot of South Pueblo is actually not excavated yet. It's underground. They thought that since it was so close to the mission, that the South Pueblo area was more in tune with the Spaniards than the North Pueblo people. This is called a kiva. This is a kiva. And up above, it is probably 10 degrees with wind chill. Down here, it's probably, what, 20 degrees warmer? Maybe. It's much better and definitely shielded from the wind. So this is what the ceremonial room looks like. That is to ventilate, and it conducts fresh air into the room. There's this thing right here. It's a shield from fire, from drafts, and a fire pit. Suapi?
This thing?
Which I guess is that. Which symbolizes the Pueblo people emerging from the underworld. So I guess this was the location of the trash mound, and the Pecos people just kept piling up a whole bunch of trash over the years, and there's 20 feet of trash in this area, and so the archaeologists are digging down and they could determine by pottery and trash the years they were here and the people who moved through here. Kind of neat. And that's what this field is. I can just imagine, you know, thousands of years later, people looking through our trash and seeing all these batteries from iPhones and wondering what they are. So as you walk around, you can still see some remnants of some of the old wood that they used to build their houses. Pecos was one of the largest and most powerful pueblos in northern New Mexico, with Spaniards established a mission here. So this church right here is the first church that was made and was finished in 1625 when Franciscans came and they were trying to convert the Pecos Pueblo people to Catholics. And about 100 years later it got destroyed, so then they built another church, and this is the other church that they built, which finished in 1717. I think there's about 4 churches that got built and destroyed on this site total though. Oh, here's another church right here, 1625. You can see the foundation of that church. So this wall here is from the original building of the church in 1625. The big church you're seeing standing right here is from 1717. The original church got destroyed in 1680 during the Pueblo Revolt against the Spanish, and they actually burnt down the roof of the mission and then destroyed all of the walls. So that's why they built a new one. This is the last church. Not as ambitious apparently as the other ones. So these were rooms for the mission, and people slept there, like the priest. We made it back to the visitor center. It was a loop. It was about 1.15 miles based on my watch. It's a nice little loop. And if you're in Santa Fe and you want to get out and see some pueblos, I recommend stopping here. I hope you enjoyed the top things to do in Santa Fe. Please subscribe below to follow more of our adventures.